Spears not here, so we'll be gardening with Buck. I like alliteration, but we'll make it work today, won't we?
It works.
Here with Melodie McDanal for Pike Nurseries. You know, it's kind of timely what we're talking about this week as we feel this chill in the air. We're talking about protecting our plants this time of year. There are freeze warnings, at least in North Georgia this weekend, so we need to be concerned. Let's start with what kind of plants which plants need protection?
Well, it's been warm for a while, so a lot of us had that gardening bug and we got out and we planted some annuals. So anything like the begonias here that you see, some of your tender herbs, and even tomatoes and herbs like this, as well as coleus, those definitely need to be protected because those are summer annuals. They like to be out when it's warm. So you can do that by putting out mulch around them. That helps to insulate them and hold water in, as well as frost cloth. Now with tomatoes, if you look to the right of the tomato, you see a tomato cage.
Okay.
So
That's what that is, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
So the tomato cage you put around the tomato in order to let it grow up over the summer. But what's neat about that is you can take your frost cloth.
I want to feel that. What is that? What's the texture? What is that made of? You know?
It's a cotton.
Cotton. Okay.
And so it's breathable, and that's the key. You want something that's breathable, that's not going to suffocate the plant, but that will literally keep the frost off when you cover it. And then also when you wrap them with it, you want to make sure that you put something like a brick down to hold it.
Yeah,
and
for days like this?
Yeah, for days like this. But what it does is it raises the temperature around them by about 10 to 15 degrees, so it keeps them warmer. You can also pick them up if you have things in containers, move them closer to your home. That kind of helps to keep the temperature higher. Now, these are the more tender things.
Sure.
Some things that you have in your landscape, like trees and shrubs,
Can't move those in.
you can't move them in, and they're typically fine, but what we've had is we've had a lot of warm days. So these are brand new leaves on a Japanese maple. Now if you look at this, you can really see the difference. This is a Pieris, but you see all that new growth is that light green. This can kind of be susceptible to a freeze because it's new and tender, even though the plant's hardy and evergreen. So you might want to just throw a cloth over those. And that's things like gardenias, even hollies, loropetalums. This is a gardenia here that have new growth that have just come out.
How about my knockout roses? I trimmed them back farther than I ever have. They're getting ready to just burst, and now this happens.
If you have buds that are forming already, then you probably want to cover them up. Otherwise, they'll be fine.
Okay, you guys are doing tomato. You got a tomato?
We are. We're going to teach you how to plant tomatoes tomorrow at 9 o'clock at all our locations.
Nothing better than fine, fresh tomatoes.
On a burger.
There you go. I love how she brings it all together. Melodie, well done. What a pro. All right, Adam, we're talking about burgers and tomatoes and cold